Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Trinity Professional Group. I actually chose to stand up today and do my presentation. I'm so excited, you guys. This week, my book comes out. Friday, December 15th, The Conscious Leader comes out, and this book is going to be so impactful in so many ways. I really wanted to run a parallel between working for a company as well as building your own company as an entrepreneur, giving you some real world experience as far as the topics that I chose to go over, and it's just going to be so impactful, so relatable even. I made sure to use it in more of a dialogue sense to make sure that you can really understand the concepts, and then once you understand the concepts, it gives you more grounds to apply those concepts in your business or for the company you work for. So I'm really excited about this book. I'm really excited to see excuse me, the impact that it's going to have when you apply it to your business and to your current position at your job. I really think that it's going to cause you to think. It's going to cause you to be more aware, which is literally the meaning of being conscious. Be more aware, be more present even with your team, and realizing that your people are who make you the best at what it is you do. So I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited for people to become leaders and be more visionary instead of just being a boss and focusing on the numbers. I feel like this is going to impact everyone just so greatly, whether you're currently on a leadership track, you're looking to be a leader, you want to develop your skills more, you want to be more prevalent in the process that you create, and then also in creating that process, realizing that it's your people who carry out the process and that they're so important. So again, make sure you get your copy of The Conscious Leader. I know you're gonna love it. I know it's going to be relatable, and even for some of the people on your team who you may want to kind of get in the groove of being on the leadership track, kind of get them in that mindset of being a leader, get them in the mindset of growth, and get them in the mindset of progression. This is going to be really good for you, and I am just super excited. I'm super duper excited. Okay, so for this week's topic, I'm actually going to be going over competitive advantage. And competitive advantage is something that you really want to make sure you focus on and have clarity on. You know, you guys, I'm always preaching on clarity. Like, you have to be clear on just about everything. But for your competitive advantage, being clear on what makes you different. With so many people starting businesses, so many different industries popping up that are popular now versus back then, and everything's just so available. Even the access to information is just so available. You have to know what differentiates you from another business. You have to know what makes your makeup better than the other person's makeup. You have to know what SEO makes another company more searchable and relatable than your SEO. You have to know how to curtail your website, how to build your website, how to write your website's welcome page, everything. You have to know so many things when it comes to business. And all of these things ultimately need to be able to differentiate you whenever you go to present yourself to a potential customer or a potential client. So when it comes to your competitive advantage, it's going to be the thing that will allow you to compete in your industry and also build like a cult following, kind of like where people don't want to go anywhere else. Like Walmart and Target have relatively the same things, right? But Target is known for having a cult following. I can't tell you how many videos I've watched where people are like, oh my gosh, I went to Target for 2 things and now I've spent $300 and I really don't even know what. I don't need any of this stuff. I just picked it up, right? So you want to be able to differentiate yourself. We all know that Target is a bit cleaner than Walmart. We know that Target is a bit more organized, more structured than Walmart. While they may not offer as much stuff as Walmart offers, people still are dedicated to going to Target. They're dedicated to that brand. They know what that brand represents. They know what they're going to get when they go to that store. And that is how Target has chosen to compete in a market where you have Walmart, and Walmart's all over the world. So when it comes to your competitive advantage, the biggest thing to know is that you have niched down. I know I talked about this in some videos before, and niching down is ultimately figuring out where you are in your industry. Like with me being a consultant, I'll use myself for example. Being a consultant, so many people kind of label themselves consultants. So many people have backgrounds in diverse areas. So many people have taken the time to kind of build up their expertise, and then now they launch themselves as a consultant. But I'm not just a consultant. I am an infrastructure consultant, which means that I focus on processes and procedures that are going to help your business grow and become efficient, whereas someone else may be a financial consultant. That is not my level of expertise. I may be able to give you general ideas or general concepts when it comes to the financials of your business, or kind of structuring your finances, making sure you have certain bank accounts, making sure you are watching the flow of your money, not mixing your money, things like that. But I wouldn't be the one to kind of go line by line with you and make sure that your finances are in order, or make sure that you have a dedicated flow for this account or a dedicated flow for that account, right? Like, that's not my expertise. So in knowing that, right, it helps me target my customers, my target market. It helps me go to people who are like, okay, I started this business, it grew way faster than I expected, and now that it's grown and I have all this money, I don't see the money because I don't have processes. I don't have things in place that show me where my money's going. And then that's where Fredrina comes in. I come in and I help you figure out a flow. I help you figure out what it is your company needs and what procedures may need to change, what you may be doing that's largely inefficient. And then once we find those inefficiencies, we create processes to create efficiency. And once we're creating efficiency, ultimately it's going to help your bottom line and help you become a more profitable business owner. That's what we're doing it for. We're not here to just make friends and take names. We're really doing this to turn a profit and make sure that we're doing something that we love while doing it. So I think that when you hone in on your competitive advantage, you are really putting yourself out there. You're building your brand. You're showing people who you are. Do you know how many food trucks there are? How many clothing brands there are? How many drop shippers there are with online businesses? How many authors there are, right? But it's something about you that differentiates you from everyone else in that industry. There's something about you that just makes you different. And people gravitate towards that differentiation, and you can't always do it the same way another company does. While Walmart has both online and brick and mortar, they do better with their brick and mortar than they do with online shopping. You can tell because they're always offering this for doing online shopping, or they're always offering this % off if you do their online sales and things like that. They're trying to perk you up because they are struggling in a certain area. So when it comes to your competitive advantage, you want to stick to that. You want to remain loyal to your vision and your mission. And typically your competitive advantage lies within your mission and your vision. They are what separate you, right? Like for me and doing my infrastructure consulting, I realize the frustration that comes along with not having processes. I realize the confusion. I realize the chaos. And in realizing that chaos, I know that there has to be some money that's lost within that. And so when I go to speak to a client, I want to see their financials, even though I'm not a financial consultant, but I need to know what the repercussions of not having processes are. Does that make any sense? Like, I need to see that, okay, because you don't have a process when it comes to shipping, you're spending 3 times as much money on UPS coming to pick it up when you could drop it off, for example. Or because you don't have a process when you acquire a customer, you're spending 5 times as much on advertising by using this company when you already have the customers here. So there are so many things that financials tell you within the process and with my consulting, but that's not my general focus. So when it comes to Walmart or Target, there's so many things that they sell, but their target market may never go on that side of the store. But they've created a way to be a one-all be-all in a way, and in that sense, they do have a market for that. They have people who need to come in there for home decor and then swing by and pick up meat on their way out, right? Like, they've created their competitive advantage to be a one-stop shop. And this is where you want to be in your company. Although there may be others in it, your market may be saturated, there's only one you. And make sure you hone in on who you are, be clear on that, and present that at the forefront so you can make it a part of your brand. And then ultimately, when making it a part of your brand, you then become a bigger brand to the point where people want to follow you all the time. And that's what your competitive advantage will do for you. It will create a cult-like following for people who are dedicated and loyal to you and your brand because you know who you are as a business owner. All right, guys, The Conscious Leader comes out Friday. I'm insanely excited. Stay tuned for Thursday's part 2 on competitive advantage. And I will see you guys on Thursday. And then Friday is The Conscious Leader. It's going to be great. Bye, guys. Have a great night.